Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRIENDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. There's some serious buzz coming out of the Bay Area that could shake up the NFC landscape, and most notably, the Washington Commanders. Rumors are swirling that the San Francisco 49ers, currently sitting at a solid 10-3 record but facing some financial constraints and injury issues, are exploring a bold move, trading tight end George Kittle. Yes, you heard that right. Kittle, one of the NFL's most dynamic and versatile tight ends, might be on the move, and Washington could be a serious contender to land him. The 49ers are in a bit of a tricky spot financially. They're sitting with about $10 million in cap space, which isn't a ton when you consider the extensions and roster upgrades needed. Meanwhile, their Super Bowl odds are still pretty healthy, sitting around plus 700, but their offensive line has been underperforming. Injuries, especially a series of concussions, have taken a toll, and the team ranks 16th in sacks allowed with 36 so far in 2025. With Kittle, who's currently making around $18 million at age 32, the 49ers are contemplating a trade that targets youth and flexibility, similar to what the Rams did with Higbee. The idea is to move Kittle for picks and a linebacker, freeing up about $24 million, which could be used for extensions or to rebuild their offensive line. Now, why would the Commanders be interested? Well, Kittle isn't just a good blocker. He's a game changer in the passing game. His ability to create yards after the catch, his route running, and his versatile blocking make him a prime candidate to fill the void left by Zach Ertz, who tore his ACL and is out for the season. The Commanders are currently struggling at tight end, ranked 28th in the league with a PFF grade of just 62, and losing Ertz has made their offense less dynamic. Adding Kittle could be a game changer, transforming Washington's offense into a more multi-dimensional threat, one that keeps defenses guessing and opens up more options for Sam Howell. Looking at Kittle's profile for 2025, he's been quite productive. He's hauled in 55 catches for 720 yards, averaging over 13 yards per reception, with 6 touchdowns. His overall PFF grade is an impressive 87. 9, ranking him among the top tight ends in the league, and his run-blocking grade is a stellar 85. 2, which speaks to his two-way ability. Plus, his yards after catch, YAC, is top 3 in the league with 380 yards, making him a real playmaker once he gets the ball in his hands. His career stats have surpassed 7, 0 yards, and 45 touchdowns, and he's known for forcing missed tackles, averaging around 25 per season. Despite a rib injury in Week 10, he's been on the field for about 93% of snaps, which shows his durability and importance to the 49ers. So what are the reasons for the 49ers to pull the trigger? Well, aside from the cap space, they're also eyeing a rebuild of their offensive line after a rough patch with injuries and inconsistent play. Moving Kittle now, while he still has value, could be a smart play to gain draft capital and youth. Reports from insiders like Rossini suggest that the 49ers are a bit cautious about Kittle's health, especially given Purdy's recent struggles and the fatigue from injuries earlier this season. The team's mindset seems to be shifting towards ensuring they have the best possible roster for a deep playoff run, and sometimes that means making tough decisions. Now, shifting gears to how this impacts the Commanders. Currently sitting at 6-7, Washington is in a position where they need to maximize every advantage. Their tight end room, as I mentioned, isn't performing at a high level, and the addition of a veteran like Kittle could elevate their entire offense. His versatility, being a reliable target in the passing game and a solid blocker, would improve third down efficiency significantly. Imagine Kittle's impact, raising third down conversions from 37% to around 52%, which would keep their drives alive and put more points on the board. The stats show that Kittle's presence could add around 20% more play-action effectiveness, which is crucial for a young quarterback like Howell trying to find his rhythm. His ability to stretch the field and create YAC would open up the offense in ways they haven't seen this season. The potential trade also aligns with the Commanders' long-term vision. They could use draft picks acquired from San Francisco to build for the future, especially on the offensive line, which has shown some inconsistencies. Plus, adding a player of Kittle's caliber could turn this offense into a top-tier unit, something that could give them a real shot at making a deep playoff run in the near future. And in terms of the NFC East, a division that's been fiercely competitive, giving the Eagles or Cowboys a tougher challenge with a more explosive offense could tilt the scales in Washington's favor. Looking at the bigger picture, the Super Bowl odds for the Commanders could see a boost from this move. Adding Kittle might push their chances from plus 2,500 to around plus 1050, especially if he performs well in the remaining games and in the playoffs. His presence would be a matchup nightmare for defenses, especially with his tight end grades and his ability to find mismatches against linebackers and safeties. In the playoffs, where mismatches are often the key to victory, Kittle's high-grade performance, his 87.9 PFF overall grade, could be the X factor that propels Washington deep into the postseason. And let's not forget the historical context. Kittle has already proven he can perform in big moments, and his playoff grades are notably high, with a plus 24% grade advantage over LBs in the postseason, particularly against teams like the Eagles. His physicality, combined with his football IQ, makes him a perfect fit for a team like Washington, which is looking to build a versatile and tough offense. So in conclusion, this potential trade isn't just about swapping a talented tight end. It's about building a more complete, explosive, and unpredictable offense. For the Commanders, acquiring Kittle could be the move that turns the tide, adding a veteran presence with elite skills, elevating the entire offense, and giving them the tools needed to chase that elusive Super Bowl. For the 49ers, it's a matter of managing cap space and roster youth, especially amid injury concerns and a need to rebuild the offensive line. This move could set a new tone for the NFC East, with Washington positioning itself as a serious contender, especially if they leverage Kittle's skills correctly. The next few weeks will be critical, and if the trade does happen, it might just be the spark that propels the Commanders into a new era of success, making them a team to watch in the postseason. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you believe Kittle would be the perfect fit? How do you see him transforming the offense and helping the team chase that Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.